are your demands? Am I audible to you, sir? All right, so let us tell you what Hania Amir had posted on social media. She had stated that I don't fancy words right now. I have anger, pain and heavy heart. A child is gone, families are shattered, and for what? This is not how you protect anyone. This is cruelty. This is shameful and cowardly is what she had stated after Operation Sindoor. In fact, let me go across to Ashok Pandit, who continues to be live with us. As I was asking you, there's backlash both online and offline, not just for Sardar G3, but now also for Border 2 movie. How do you see this and what are your demands?
You see, Federation of Western India Cine employees have been right from day one demanding this man ouster from the projects which he has signed in this country of ours. Been a continuous waiter of our country. Not a single word when Pahalgam attack happened. Not a single word against his heroine Hania Amir's statements against our country, against our security forces. So his intentions have been always under doubt. He's an American citizen. He has been always in forefront and of things which are not good for our country. So what we have decided now is that we have written letters to T-Series. We have written letters to Imtiaz Ali, who have signed them till date, to remove him from the film, because we have issued a non-cooperation against Diljit Dosanjh, where no technicians, no workers will work in any film where he is there in that film. In fact, you will be really happy to know that we have written a letter to Home Ministry, we have written a letter to Defence Ministry, we have written letters to the Prime Minister asking his cancellation of permission to shoot in NDA, National Defence Academy. Border 2 is having a schedule there. So we feel that he is an internal security threat to our country for not talking in favor of our country. And therefore, his going to NDA can create a lot of security issues. So he should not be allowed to shoot there. So permission to cancel at NDA should be cancelled immediately. It should be taken seriously. And I'm sure that the government of India will look into it and see to it that we should not suffer because of his presence there. He can be an informer or anything for that matter. So we are very clear about it. We are very sure about it that anybody who is taken Diljit in his film and is not listening to request of FWIC, Federation of Western India Cine Employees, which is the mother body of nearly 36 crafts, he will have to pay for it. The shooting cannot happen anywhere in the country, in fact anywhere in the world, because the federation is in contact with all the film bodies all over the world.
Absolutely. So on one hand, you were saying that he's a security threat to the country. On the other hand, he recently spoke out and said that I'm just doing my job. Thank you for that perspective. Thank you so much, Ashok Pandit, for speaking to Republic TV.
Thank you.
Now shifting our focus, and here's a good news for you. Indian chess prodigy Pragna has just bagged the 2025 UZ Chess Cup, marking a career milestone as he rises to become India's #1 classical chess player in the live ratings. In a stunning display of brilliance, he defeated Uzbekistan in round 9, ultimately trying for first place alongside two other Uzbek players as well. So this is a big victory, not just for him, but also for all the Indians. Let me now go across to, in fact, my colleague will join me in just some time, but this is a big victory as far as chess is concerned, a big victory as far as our Pragna is concerned. He has risen up to the top. Let me go across to Rakshita, who joins us live from the newsroom with Pragnananda's coach RB Ramesh. Rakshita, over to you.
Well, it's of course good news coming in, and this is a new era of chess that we are witnessing in India for the past 2 years at least. We see Pragnanda, from Pragnanda to Gukesh. We've seen all these youngsters making headlines and doing India proud on the global platform, in the world map, and now we have Mr. Ramesh R.B. Dronacharya Awardee, and has been associated as coach of our Pragnananda for more than a decade now. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure talking to you once again on such an occasion when Pragnananda has done us all proud, Ramesh sir. How do you see this? Because he has now become number one in live rankings as far as India is concerned, and world number one and world number 4, in the live rankings. He's also overtaking Gukesh right now. So how's the feeling?
Yeah, it really feels great. There's been an amazing transformation for Prag this year in 2025. He had a kind of a normal year in 2024 where his rating did not change much from January to December. So we tried to make some changes in his style, his approach to the game, make him play a bit more aggressively, and this change has brought in great results. Prag has already won 3 major tournaments this year, and also tied for first in another tournament and finished second. So this has been an amazing year, and it's really happy to see that he has become India number 1 for the first time in his life. And we hope this will lead to becoming world number 1 as well in the near future.
Absolutely, it's his career best, right now, the ratings. And as you mentioned that you made some changes that I want to focus on, because, he's been a prodigy and we've seen him defeating, Magnus Carlsen and Ding Liren and whatnot. But 2024, we did not see a lot of trophies coming in. But yes, as you mentioned, this year we've seen 3 super tournaments. There was this talk about how he's unable somewhere cross the finish line, and get those trophies. So what changes did you really make in his game, on the mental front, or, somewhere in his coaching, in his moves?
Yeah, so one is he was practically playing a lot of tournaments last year, and we did not get much time to discuss the issues where we need to make changes and so on. But towards the end of the year, around November, December, we got some free time together, and then we discussed in depth what was going on and what are the changes we need to make in his game and approach, and also in the composition of the team we had. So we have brought in a couple of young players to help in our preparation, and that has also really worked wonders. Prag is playing more aggressively now. He believes in himself and is taking a lot of risk. And also in crucial moments, he is able to come back with victories after defeats, which was not happening earlier. So now even in the tournament which he just now won, Uzbekistan, he lost 2 games and it looked very tough, but he came back with back-to-back wins against his major compatriots like Arjun Ergaisi and Nodripe Kapdasataro. These 2 are extremely strong young players and his main contenders, and beating them both back-to-back and winning the tournament is amazing performance, I would say.
He overtakes Gukesh also, and we've seen Gukesh making us proud just recently, how he defeated Carlsen, and we've seen, Gukesh also, and Arjun Ergaisi. We've seen even in our women players, but we talk about, the competition around these young boys. How do you see, how healthy is it, and what's really pushing, for this new sort of revolution in Indian chess, sir?
I think if you see the time frame of these 3 players, they are all between 19 to 21 years of age. Both Gukesh and Prag are 19 years old, and Arjun just turned 20, I believe, 2021. So they are all very young, and these 3 players have really put India at the top of world rankings. In fact, among the top 6 players in the world, these 3 have taken 3 positions. So we have 3 players in top 6 in the world. And also among the juniors, India is doing extremely well. In the top 4, we have 3 players. So there is a surge in the performance, especially from the young players, mainly due to the initiative and the healthy rivalry between the 3 players, Gukesh, Prag, and Arjun Ergaisi. And every time one of the players come up with a big performance, it does not pull the other players down. Rather, it enthusiasms them, and they are redoubling their efforts and trying to do even better than the other 2. So this is very healthy for India in the long run. So I think next 10 to 15 years, these 3 will keep our flag flying high.
Absolutely, they indeed are, and we are so proud of our new young players, the young guns, and this new era of chess. Thank you so much, Mr. Ramesh RB, for joining us on Republic TV. Back to you in the studios, Akanksha.
Absolutely, Rakshasa, thanks a lot for that exciting conversation with the coach. Now let's show you the top trending stories of the day. French president tried to flex his diplomatic muscles again, but this time he got spun like a Beyblade by the Turkish president. At a recent summit in Albania, Macron approached for the handshake, clearly aiming to assert some sort of dominance. But the president there wasn't having it, and with a swift counter move, the Turkish leader showed who's the boss, leaving Macron's hand twisting in the wind. And let's not forget, in May, in fact, earlier this year, when Macron's finger was literally spinned by Erdogan in a power play that made waves online, seems like Turkish president not too fond of the French president's attempt to overtake him, and it does not look like he's willing to stand up for this one either. In a shocking turn of events, a tornado touched down in Florida and it did not hold back. The powerful storm tore through the area with force, lifting a house right off its foundation. The images are nothing short of jaw-dropping as the house was left completely upended, with debris scattered everywhere. Shifting our focus to Japan, a black bear was spotted trotting across the runway. Yes, you heard that right, a bear on a runway. The furry trespasser caused quite a scene, skipping around with no regard for air traffic control whatsoever. Authorities swiftly grounded flights and cordoned off the airport for the day, sending passengers and crew into unexpected layover. An Indigo flight passenger was caught stealing a life jacket from the plane. He was confronted by another fellow passenger. He was asked to open his backpack, and there it was, a yellow life jacket inside his backpack. Here's it. Take a look. In a bizarre twist, just hours before his trip to Ratlam for a skill development conclave, Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Mohan Yadav's fleet ran into trouble. Literally, 19 vehicles broke down after being filled with diesel mixed with water at a private fuel station. The unexpected mechanical mishap forced authorities to tow the entire fleet away. Now, it seems like birds built a home for themselves inside one of the wings of an Air India flight. A video of his Instagram page showed ground personnel removing what appears to be a tiny twig used by birds to build their nest from the aircraft wing of the Bangkok-bound flight from Mumbai. This caused the flight to be delayed, and all the passengers were reportedly deboarded from the plane, and another aircraft was arranged for them. And fast and zippy, and exactly how they should be, ladies and gentlemen, here are the fast trends of the country. A torrential downpour swept through Paris, hiding one of the city's most iconic landmarks, the Eiffel Tower, behind a curtain of rain and mist. Locals and tourists alike were left staring at an empty skyline, wondering where the Iron Lady had gone. The US Pentagon has just released official test footage of its GBU-57 bomber buster bombs in action, and these are the same bombs, remember, that were used in the strike on Iran's nuclear facility, a claim still wrapped in controversy. Now, adding fuel to the fire, the official White House Instagram account reposted the footage with not so diplomatic caption. It read, and we quote, "Pentagon drops bomb tapes, Iran's nukes obliterated." Strong words or a strong PR play? Have a look. And Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni has gone viral, and not for what she said, but for how she reacted. At the NATO summit, Meloni was caught on camera making some very animated facial expression during the interview. Her eye roll and raised eyebrow have split the internet, with some calling it relatable, others calling it undiplomatic. In a heart-stopping moment at Louisiana intersection, a 18-wheeler slammed into an electrical worker, leaving bystanders in complete shock. Against all the odds, the workers emerged with nothing more than scrapes and some bruises, an outcome that has left many questioning the odds of fate. A viral video has captured a truly unexpected courtroom cameo. A man attending a Gujarat High Court hearing via video conference stayed from his toilet. Now, in this clip that you can see on the screen, the man identified himself as Samad Battery on Zoom and was seen wearing earphones while perched on the toilet seat. The 1-minute video shows him placing his mobile phone on the floor and going about his business in the way courtroom etiquette usually advises against. The iconic annual Rath Yatra festivities as Puri Jagannath Temple are currently underway. In all its spiritual splendor, we'll be showing you those amazing, phenomenal visuals that have come in throughout the day as far as this Yatra is concerned. A sea of devotees have gathered outside the temple to witness the grand procession of the chariot carrying Lord Jagannath along with his siblings Long Balabhadra and Goddess Subhadra. And waves of pilgrims are pouring in to be part of this sacred procession. The pulling of chariots have commenced as far as this Rath Yatra is concerned. Look at those phenomenal visuals on your screen. And on your screen, the massive crowd that's turned out for the century-old festival, and among them, RSS volunteers leading a hand to help manage the sea of devotees. They have seen coordinating with the authorities, easing congestion there on the roads and even clearing path for the ambulance to pass through the densely packed throngs.